The next one is effective leaders know how to delegate. So are you looking at your work team and thinking about how you can expand what you ask of them in order to grow them? And when you delegate, you take those pieces of your job that you know your people are capable of doing, and by offloading that off to them, you free up your own time to do the things you should be doing as a leader. Because what we find is most leaders are making decisions and solving problems that the people below them should be doing. And that goes right up the chain in an organization. When you really look at what managers are deciding and what supervisors are deciding, a lot of the stuff that they're deciding should be decided and dealt with at a level much lower than where they are right now. It's just that people are pushing up these decisions, and the leaders, instead of recognizing what's going on, continue to feed that dependency. Leading by example is another area. So by the way, as I covered, I want you to sort of check off that box. Where are you in terms of always, most of the time, or usually, and seldom or never? Leading by example. Do you walk the talk? I've been in organizations where they talk about break times, right? People not coming back from break on time, people taking too long at their breaks, some people not showing up on time or leaving early and that sort of thing. And then what's interesting is you go to the work leaders or the lead hands or the supervisors, and they're the ones who are taking extra smoke breaks, or they're not showing up early enough to get the work organized and so forth. And you begin to wonder, it's no wonder the employees are acting that way. They're taking their lead from their boss. Now you might say, hey, as a work leader, as a supervisor, they don't see the fact that I'm here an extra half an hour, 45 minutes, so the fact that I want to take an extra 5 minutes on a smoke break is none of their damn business. Well, it is their business, because what they're doing is they're taking their cues from watching you, and they're actually learning from that. So there's a walk the talk. There's actions that demonstrate what they want and expect from their people. They realize that trust and respect are invaluable and must be earned. So if you're ever thinking that your people don't give you enough respect, it would be interesting to know whether you give them the respect that they deserve. Are you earning respect by giving respect? If people aren't giving you respect, chances are it's because you're not deserving of that respect. And the old days where you got respected just because of your position, they're gone. The next generation does not give people respect just because of their position. You can see that with the attitudes people have towards the police. I mean, you know, you'd think that you'd respect a police officer. If you watch people's behavior around police these days, they're not getting any respect just because they have the uniform on anymore. Parents, yeah, parents don't get respect just because of that. Teachers don't get the respect. And yet you know that there's certain teachers that get the respect of their students. There's certain parents who have the respect of their children. And it's not because of fear, although that is one way to get respect. It's not a lasting way. It's the parents that know how to set expectations, draw the line, and give feedback so that people know where they stand. And there's an expectation, high expectation. Do you have high expectations for yourself? Do you have high expectations of the people that work for you? Another element is that good leaders or effective leaders read situations and people extremely well. They just have a knack for looking at situations, and they know that a different style or approach may be called for in different situations. But as opposed to being unconsciously incompetent or unconsciously competent, an effective leader really thinks through, is this a time where I need to be direct and give very direct and pointed feedback, or is this an area where I need to help someone reflect on something so that they can learn from that? They know when to ask somebody to do something, they know when to suggest that they do it, and they know when to tell them to do it. And they know it based on the individual, they know it based on the situation. They just have a knack for choosing the right way to get people to do things, and they think it through. And they're aware of the differing needs and abilities of the people in their work group. And so the leader who knows what they're dealing with can then be strategic in taking the approach with getting the most out of each person. A good leader is a good trainer. That's interesting, right? A good leader is always looking at challenging people to learn something new or to get their head in the game a little bit more. So would people describe you as being a good trainer? Are you good at getting other people to master certain tasks? Do you hoard those tasks to yourself? Do you keep those tasks designated to one or two people in your work group, thinking that the other people don't have the capability or willingness to learn them? Perhaps it's time to reconsider whether you've written off someone in the organization.